Hey everybody, Ben here. Gonna do a Sunday morning ink blot. I have yellow, orange, blue, and green. I'll drop here, show a picture of that and then what came through, and we'll go from there. See you. Alright everybody, you should be able to see what I dropped and then what came through. So right off the bat, I see this A, and it reminded me of a book I had to read when I was in school. Excuse me. Throat's coming heavy. I forget what it was called, The Scarlet Letter. I didn't read it. Uh, Back in the day, we had dial-up internet, and there was this website called Clip Notes or something. Excuse me. Regardless, I guess that's probably like what the kids nowadays can use. But I'm pretty sure the woman had to wear the A on her chest to be publicly shamed. And being that it's yellow, we're looking at our self-esteem, our willpower. We can see how strong this orange is here, our creativity, and why, what is taking place here. Have we already been made feel guilty or shamed of our practice, our desires, our creativity, our creation, our decisions in general, what brings us joy, our outlet for happiness or fulfillment that we feel ashamed of? Is this family, friends, society in general? What is instilled here that we feel like, or maybe this is just a fear and we're holding back so much if it hasn't happened yet? Like if we haven't presented something, or that it was given the opportunity for someone to comment on, or have we, and we pulled back? When I was staring at it, I went cross-eyed, and this part here swung in and merged with this other side. And when we really think of our insecurities and our fears, our worries, our self-esteem, self-image, whatever it has, that I'm not valuable or that I can't present myself and it be okay, however it may be, uh, I'm going to call that the shadow. Something that's suppressed in there that limits us and guides us through our life. We pacify that to keep it calm and tame. When those two merge together, it is a balance. It is using both. We'll call it the dark and the light. Both aspects of ourselves are confident self. We're confident in this aspect, and maybe we're not confident in there. That doesn't need to just be thrown away. It doesn't need to be banished. Those two merge together, and through that process, obviously we're balancing, but there's a lot of good energy in there. It's useful. It's when we let it guide and hold us back, do we not have any movement? As this A is showing us, uh, we are dearly and deathly afraid of the external. And maybe they already have said something or presented something to us that created this, or it's connected to something else that we carried in, or we've gotten this lifetime and allowed us to hide ourselves, to be afraid of what others are going to think. But as we can see, look at all that creativity. And we have the green here with our heart. Our heart's in it. It's true to us. And something or someone has made it appear that that's unacceptable, that we can't do that we can't be ourselves. And they won because we're wearing the fucking A here. We are hiding. If it was someone, clearly, whatever it is or whatever it was or can be or could become is something they don't want to see, because what's that going to make them look like? What's it going to do for you? Uh, it's a beautiful thing when we put our heart in there and we create these things, because it's very potent, you know, and that can make people look a certain way that are really in a low vibration. or there was a wound or a complex or trauma created at some point in our life, and we were shown that it's not okay to shine or to do things that are creative. We just stick to the basics. We got the King of Cups, balanced heart. This really came into this merging aspect that I saw before. This meshing, this understanding. This is uh, obviously our drive and our willpower of it's okay to. I feel like I repeat myself a lot, but it's going back to this validation of the external. And if we lead with that, boy, are we small. You know, we'll stay very small when we do anything and everything dependent on how it's received and what others think. And depending on what they say or what they think can really hurt us. But when we know the truth and we know that, hey, I'm not doing this for these people that don't like it. I'm doing it for myself and I'm putting it out there, or I'm just doing it for myself, or if I am putting it out there, it's going to find the people that actually appreciate it. Just some reassurance on that note, like, I haven't seen the craziest things online, but I've seen some stuff that's pretty, I would say, odd. But when you see the people that are doing it, they're happier than hell because it's a great thing for them and it's a great experience for them. And there's other people that enjoyed that too. And that's fine. You know, we have become or entered a place that that's a welcoming opportunity out there. And whoever put this, whether directly on the creative aspect or something that we're carrying, don't allow them to dictate your life for you. A Queen of Swords, informed decisions. Now, this is clear, crisp movement. This is knowing ourselves, knowing the truth if it is connected to someone, why that it was smashed in the first place or covered up, repressed, or why we are trying to wear an A here. Why are we carrying something? And moving forward after we understand that, see it or heal it, release it, and really becoming into our own, merging these two. Nine of Swords, mental strife. This is this heavy concern over what and who is gonna say or think about what. I think the best place about authenticity is removing that, is not needing that, it's not allowing that to be a factor. I think that word and that idea gets mixed up a lot. It's not saying whatever we want to say whenever we want to say it and not caring. It's not dressing crazily to look at me. It is solely based that everything I do is for me. And that's not in a selfish way either. It is, I'm not doing this for the reflection out there. I'm not doing it to pacify or satisfy the others. I'm doing it for me. Decisions I make are propelling me forward. They are good. They are moving me towards a goal or direction that I desire, that I am deserving of. I am bringing people, places, or things into my space that keep me moving in that direction, not move me backwards, not lower my vibration, not put density on me. I'm not going to carry things for people that don't want to deal with them themselves. It is understanding ourselves, not grabbing a hold of projections and allowing the external to dictate how we feel because of something they're holding. It's a very empowering state. And like I said, it's not an asshole move. Sometimes we say things, but we can say them calmly. We don't act out of we don't get triggered and just start yelling or fighting. It is a stern conversation if you're having an argument. It is not needing the external to validate our emotions because we know them. We are true to them. It is true to us. We don't need to have a debate to get you to agree with our perspective because we already know it is true to us. We don't need you to agree with us. This A is, going back to that story, is public humiliation. It is, I didn't read the story, so I don't know how it ended or what went through it. But that woman, would have had to carry a lot of every day. It would have been horrible to have lived in that society. But there comes a time, again, I don't know how the story went, but if I was in that position, there comes a time that I would have to heal that internally in me, that whole external aspect, that I don't care. I mean, you have an opinion and everybody jumped on the bandwagon, okay. But I'm not going to allow you to decide how I feel about what I did or why I did it. And granted, that's the story, but going back to this creation, whatever we create, whatever we want to bring into our experience. If I wanted to paint my house a crazy color, whatever, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it for you. Uh, it's it's all around that. The Ace of Pentacles, potential. When we embody this and we come into this space, it's endless. The potential is endless. It would surprise us because this weight or this fear doesn't exist anymore. We're not doing anything for flash or look at me or look what I can do or look what I have. It is for us. We're not wearing a mask. We're not putting on an act. It is for us. And that energy, that ripple effect, brings in and opens so many doors that the other way or version couldn't, because there's resistance, because we would always be doing things based upon how that's received or reflected. What else do we have here, Spirit? I don't know if I said it before, but the throat was pretty heavy on me. And obviously with the blue, we'd have to be there. We'd have to be able to. Five of Pentacles, hardship, whether we're in it or it's a pure fear. Pentacles obviously is touching on money, but just looking at that word and that woman, that would be hardship in a society like that. Maybe people wouldn't sell you things. Maybe people would look at you funny in this belief. Let's just look at being in a country where religion is very strict in that region. And if you believed something differently, that would be extremely difficult. People would banish you. People would despise you, or I don't know how or what other words to use there. Same thing with politics. People look at you funny. They have a problem with you. And then the other people would be living in it too. They have a choice. Maybe it doesn't bother them or they didn't see it as a problem, but hell, if they got on your side, they would go down. So then they get on the bandwagon. And there's a lot of this don't let me out kind of thing. And maybe that's where this resistance is as well, But most of us lead with that because that's what we see and it's what we interact with, the external, and we all want to be accepted and received well. But when we leave that energy is irreplaceable. It's not fake. It's not real. It can't be changed. It can't be suppressed. It is it. Get one last card here, Spirit. Justice, karma. This is the reward coming good. The end result of being in this energy, walking through this. Probability is it's attached to a wound or a trauma, something we created, a complex that has held us back a bit. And if we're still in this space, it is. Maybe we're on the fence. But I almost wanted to cry. I was going to say, if somebody's going to put a nail in you, fucking wear it. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying that that's happening. But when we think of being suppressed or not, you take that and you turn that into something. Like what they try to attack you with turns out to lift you up higher, to move you into spaces that are the polar opposite of what they wanted. And people are going to be people, and we can let them be that, because they're not going to change. They are what they are. But it's your decision to not be the victim in a situation anymore. Every story has a villain and a victim, and it's always going to be that way until the victim decides not to be a victim anymore. So I'm going to leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.